Hey everyone, my name is Adam and welcome to Street Brawlers. What we got here is my 1993 Asuna Sunfire, not to be confused with the Pontiac or the anime, and it is one of the best Japanese bargain buys on the market right now. This one in particular I got for $800, but you can get them for even cheaper. My buddy got one for $650 Canadian. These things are an absolute steal right now, and I'm going to tell you why. I think my favorite part aesthetically about this car is this aggressive front end. See how it's got the quad headlights with these little eyelids right here? Kind of like a new Challenger, how the top's squared off like that. Except this baby's got JDM flare, as these are kind of pop-ups. They do flip up and down, so I'll show you that now. Popping the hood, guys, we're gonna see the heart of the beast here. We got our trusty and reliable 1.8 liter dual overhead cam engine. This thing is pure Isuzu. I've driven this bad boy for 2 winters now. Doesn't give me a single mechanical problem, so pretty happy with that for 800 bucks. The cold winter's day, so I'm gonna get all snug here in the warmth. Other than a small oil leak, this thing's been mint. Naturally aspirated, as you can see, but not for long. So if you like boost, you know, you should toss this channel a sub if you want to see that coming. This thing makes 140 horse and 125 foot-pound of torque. Just make a bad boy like this. It's hot. So I know that's not a lot of power, but given that this thing only weighs like 2,400 pounds, it's exactly the same kind of concept as a Miata, a BRZ. You want to throw this thing into corners with momentum. It's definitely not like a quarter-mile monster yet. This thing's actually got suspension by Lotus, if you believe it or not. It's got McPherson struts all the way around. The stock ride height is way higher. Put lowering springs on it and new struts, as the ones were blown when I got it. I think it looks a lot better and it handles a lot better too. Another thing that adds to the trackability of this thing is the stopping distance. 60 to 0 miles an hour stopping distance is only 116 feet. In comparison, in 91, the Diablo did it in 121. So this thing was in supercar stopping distance. Going around the car now, we can see the standard side body molding that came with all Sunfires. There's a little Sunfire decal. This one came packaged with dealer installed stripes. We got some, you know, faded paint, chip paint, little dual overhead cam right there engraved into the molding. Coming around back here, got a nice big rear end because she's thick like that. Another cool thing about this car is the integrated rear spoiler. As you can see, it's quite subtle, but it is there for added downforce. This is the nice big Asuna you see when you're getting gapped by this. Back here, we got the big rear hatch. Ooh, look at that baby. This thing's getting dailied right now. It's been getting dailied for the last 2 years. So as you can see, you know, we got some dirt and shit, but you know, it's all part of the daily grind. Got some decent hatch space back here. We can even make it more by folding down these seats, which is real nice because I don't usually have passengers anyway. So just like that, boom, all the space you'd ever need in a car. I also got all these trim pieces right here because of the Sparkos, which I'll show you in a second. As far as rot goes on this car, the only rust is kind of on the rocker panels, and it's not that bad. As you can see, here's pretty bad, but here's solid. That's kind of to be expected in the Canadian winters with all the salt on the ground. Not too choked about it. I will be cutting all the rot out and undercoating it this summer though, to make sure this thing lasts me a lot longer than it will now. Alright, so before we dive into the interior, I want to show you these super cool door handles. Very Corvette-esque. You just got to put 2 fingers in there and lift up. Damn! Hideaway door handles, baby. Now we're on the inside of the car. As you can see, I put these dope Sparkos in them. Great addition to the car because the factory seats were all torn up. It is, after all, like 20 plus years old. Hate to admit it, but I'm a car guy, so I blow my money on car parts, and these puppies costed me more than the entire car itself. No rep gang here, baby. You can see the nice little Isuzu crest right here on the steering wheel. There's the gauge cluster. Right now, the car has about 241,000 kilometers on it. In the process of adding this shift knob and boot, can't really get the boot to stay inside here nicely because it's not like a 240, for example, where you have a little plate to attach it to. It's just got these little nubs there, which somehow I'm gonna have to make tight to the boot. The knob here is a by Felicia from 6-Speed. I think it's pretty funny. This car is a little memey and this fits the vibe. One thing I forgot to mention is the ungodly size throw of this. I feel like I'm going halfway across the ocean when I shift this car. Other than that, I'm working on the radio right now. That's the only thing in the interior not working currently. Got it all apart. This thing was a piece of junk that came from the previous owner, but I'm gonna put a nicer piece of junk in it by getting the cheapest Amazon double din I can, and I'll do a review on it and post it here soon, so stay tuned. The cool parts of the interior are this whole like floating like gauge cluster thing here. These are all the controls for your wipers, which is funny. You don't have a stock here. And then on this side, we control the pop-ups. Pressing this button right here, you should see a little light. This little light comes on when the pop-ups are moving. There they are coming up. Can't see much, but that's what they look like from inside. This is one of the badges I was talking about earlier. You can see the handling by Lotus right there. Confirmed sports car. Up here we got this funny little card holder. I don't know why anyone would want to put their cards up there, but it's there. So maybe one day. On this side we got a sun visor. Sometimes I put it down so I can see my sparkle while I'm driving. As I said earlier, this thing is tons of fun around corners. It is a front wheel drive car though, so you might see the occasional understeer. I haven't really hucked it that hard. I'm planning on doing that on a track eventually. However, I live in Vancouver, Canada, and I bought this thing as a winter beater. So all the weights on the front never get stuck in snow, even on these $300 tires. And given that it's front wheel drive, you know, you can always rip the e-brake and have a ton of fun flying around. I know by now you're probably dying to hear this baby, so I'll give you some revs. I know it's had an exhaust changed. It will get a ladder exhaust eventually, but here it is for now. So I feel like I owe you guys a little bit of history on the Asuna brand. Asuna was a subsidiary of GM in the 90s. The Sunfire specifically was a 1-year Canada only model, so it's pretty darn rare. However, don't fret, if you want a car like this, it is basically just a badge engineered Isuzu Impulse, and those are sold in the States and Canada as well, so you can grab one of those if you're from North America. And I'm pretty sure they go under Piazza elsewhere. So guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much. I'm gonna give you guys a reward for that. Here's a sneak peek of what I kind of want the car to look like. This picture inspires me a ton, so I'll overlay it right here. As you can see, I want to go really aggressive Japanese styling on it. I think that will really make this car like flourish in terms of its styling. Yeah, let me know what you guys think I should do on the car in the comments. Let me know what you think about it already. Please leave a like on the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see where this thing's going to go in the future. Hope you guys liked the first video on Street Brawler's tuner. And the reason why I got a tuner after is I will make another channel for my Mustang, which is my summer car. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of this puppy right here and other tuners in Vancouver. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.